Welcome to the Creative Loop. I'm going to talk about why we don't spend more time in creative play and how we can get back into playing a bit more. My name's Esther Loopstra. I sometimes have trouble finding motivation to come back into my creative practice. So I'm an artist and illustrator. I like to sketch daily, and so here are some of my sketchbooks. But a lot of times, after a long day's work or I'm just exhausted, I have trouble coming back and doing, daily sketching. One of those reasons I've found that for me personally, I've struggled with, and my students as well, is that by coming back and doing something that's maybe in our sketchbook or just for fun, kind of playful, we don't feel like we're being productive. Especially I find with people who aren't professional artists and they're just maybe starting out. Taking time out of your busy schedule to just learn about materials and maybe play in a sketchbook, that can really feel like you aren't being productive, and you can feel really guilty about that. So I want to talk a little bit about that. The reason why we might feel guilty when we take time to play or even just relax and do nothing, is because we equate our self-worth with producing things. So somehow down the road, growing up, we have replaced just being with doing. So our sense of self-worth comes from producing something that we think is good or other people see as good or useful. But we know if you have kids, you want them to play as much as possible, right? You wouldn't tell your kids if they wanted to go play in the afternoon after they've done their homework and maybe their chores. You wouldn't tell them, oh no, you have to be more productive. So, a kid's job is to play, and they learn through play, right? They learn about how to have relationships, they learn about themselves, about the world, physics. They learn through play. And just like a child, our inner artist needs time to relax, needs time to play. And so maybe, next time you are wanting to to pick up those materials, pick up your sketchbook, you might ask yourself, what is my inner artist? What is that child within me? What do they want to do? And it is actually practical, because scientists have found that that not only does doing something creative for a few minutes, it calms our nervous system down. And I can, if you even just coloring, like coloring is really big right now, but even just picking up a sketchbook and doodling in my sketchbook, I can feel calm. I can feel this calm kind of come over me. But not only that, but scientists are finding that doing nothing, actually relaxing, helps us to be more creative. So our brain actually needs quiet time to process, and that will help us come up with more unique creative ideas. So I hope this has helped you. And even for artists who are professional artists, I just wanted to say, like, these sketches in my sketchbook, most of them I'm never going to use for anything. I can't really see. Most of them I'm never going to use for anything. So I could look at it as wasted time, or I could look at it as honoring myself and feeding my inner artist. And every time I do those doodles, I learn something and I grow as an artist. So I hope this has helped you. If it has, leave a little comment or like my video, and I will see you next time on the Creative Loop.